Hi, I'm Ruth Higgins, and I am the commander of the American Legion Talbot Post 70 in Easton, as well as the president of the Ladies Auxiliary at the VFW 5118 here in Easton. And between the two posts, we, Ladies Auxiliary at the VFW, we serve Friday night dinners, the second and fourth Friday of every month. Even during construction, we're having people having a hard time getting in. And we also have live music every Friday. And the American Legion, we serve breakfasts the second and third Sunday of every month, $8 all you can eat, with omelets made to order. And we also have karaoke the third and fourth Saturday of every month. We do a lot of programs supporting our veterans. We do care packages to troops overseas. We visit hospitalized veterans at Perry Point, as well as Cambridge VA. We take little tray favors to them on different holidays. Just thank them for their service. And as a veteran, we're also here to support our veterans and their families. So anyone who has trouble with benefits or issues, we're here to help support them and support our children and youth.
It's my understanding that the American Legion has service officers that help veterans.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Anyhow, where are you guys located?
We are located behind Walmart on Canvasback Drive, right behind Walmart.
And how can we get a hold of you by phone?
The phone there is 410-822-9138. So, and we're open to the public for our dinners and breakfasts. We do specials Thursday nights, shrimp special, big burgers on Fridays, as well as lunch specials on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. So.
How long have you been serving as an officer in the...
Oh my goodness, I have gone through the ranks. I have been chaplain, first vice, second vice, and I'm currently the commander of the post. I have served as the Northeastern Shore District Commander for 2 years, in 2008 to 2010, and I am also the Department of Maryland's historian for the state. So I travel throughout the state of Maryland and also run the historian class at the Department Convention in Ocean City every year, and that's appointed.
And what are some of the more rewarding aspects of the work that you found?
Actually, it's just giving back. We're all part of a family. You know, when you're serving and you're by yourself, everyone is a family member to you. You all band together. And it's like that when we come home. We're here to serve each other and help support each other. And not just to the service member, but even those who have spouses at home. If someone is currently serving and the spouse is at home and they need something, we're there to support the spouses and their children. We support them with scholarship money for schooling. We do baseball. I'm drunk, but we have different programs just geared for that, as well as donations.
If folks have emergency needs, sometimes veterans and family members, are you involved in programs that...
We actually have the National Emergency Fund. We have Heroes to Hometown, which we all support the veterans. And just locally during the Hurricane Sandy, we had a family that got burned out that was a current Army person, and we helped them get back on their feet and find another house to live and donate money to them to get them back on their feet and get the utilities turned on, as well as with his uniform, because he had lost his uniforms and medals. So I called the department, and we saw that he got his uniforms issued to him because they wouldn't reissue anymore. So we got him reissued his uniforms and medals.
So if folks have in a situation of dire need, they can call you and you will help them get to where they need.
Definitely, that's what we're here for. And if we don't know the answer, we'll find the answer and get them in touch with someone who can.
Could you tell us a little about your service?
I actually served in the Navy, and I worked nuclear submarines at the Groton Naval Support Facility in Groton, Connecticut. And at that time, of course, females were not allowed to go on ships, and so we were there as a support. I worked in the Radiation Safety and Health Office, and worked with OSHA. We all know OSHA, so.
If I can ask, do you have any thoughts about the increasing role of women in the military and the recent decision to allow women to come in?
Actually, I'm a little ambivalent about that because I understand the need for equality, but I also am a little ambivalent about being on the front line. I understand we all have roles to play, and we all want to feel equal, because I know when I was currently serving, females were not well thought of in the service. And it's only been since 9/11 that veterans have been more glorified. And for that reason, I just think it's good to serve. It was a wonderful experience, but I'm not sure about being on the front line. I think we all have roles to play. So.
Are there any specific concerns that you have?
Actually, I was a nurse. I worked as a yeoman, but I was a nurse going in. So and there's another plug. I actually got my LPN in high school at the Talbot County VETS. So when I graduated high school, I was an LPN and started to work for the state. And then I ended up taking military leave, so my job was waiting for me when I came back. So I retired from the state.
Thank you for coming on VETS TV and sharing your story. We appreciate it very, very much. Thank you.
We're here at the VA, or VFW. I keep calling it the VA, but the VFW building and at their facility here, and we're now going to talk to one of the VFW honchos and let him tell you a little bit about what the VFW does and what they are and how they support veterans. And I know that the VFW does a whole lot of stuff for veterans.
Well, welcome. It's a pleasure to be here. Mike Johnson, the current commander of Post 5118 here in Eastern Maryland. VFW is one of the veteran service organizations here within the town of Easton supporting veterans. And our main goal is veterans taking care of veterans. So what we have is our organization is set up to keep information flowing to veterans who are on active duty or former veterans. And so that keeps them in the information chain so they know what benefits may be available to them. It may have been overlooked. There's always new changes coming out, new changes to the laws and benefits, and we try and keep the word spread, and that's what our function is. Also, in a backup to it, when we say veterans taking care of veterans, one of our big things that a lot of people don't realize we do, we sort of play a very silent role in this, but we contribute a lot to the community activity programs, which are basically children, relatives, and friends of veterans that we can assist. Baseball teams, fire departments, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, you name it. If you have a valid request, we entertain it and we try and help you out.
Now, what are some of the kind of programs that you mentioned a list of some of the programs. Talk a little about what you do with those programs and what kind of programs you might get involved with if people had an idea.
Well, one of the things the VFW sponsors, which is very big, is we have several contests within the VFW organization. Buddy Poppy contest. The Buddy Poppy is the symbol of the VFW. We use that for our main marketing, promotion item. But Buddy Poppy program, we have children. It's open to children within the community. And what they do is they apply for the contest and they can actually win a monetary amount of money at the post level, then it goes to the district level, then it goes to the state level, then it actually goes to the national level. And not knowing the actual portions of money that are given out, I would say it ranges anywhere from as low as $50 at the post level to as high as $15,000 at the national level. We also promote a couple of other programs, Patriots Pen. It's a writing program. It's basically enforcing the Constitution of the United States. We do another one, Voice of Democracy, speaking out in support of the Constitution and the laws of the United States. And this is to get all the children from basically grade school, middle school, and high school actively involved in all these programs, promoting awareness to what veterans really are.
Do you do speakers programs as well?
The speakers program's Voice of Democracy is the one that the children do, and what they'll actually do is they'll give a presentation, and they'll give every year they'll come out with a new title, new topic, and once the topic comes out, they have a chance to prepare for it. They can rehearse it with their parents, with their friends. We even help through the VFW to give input, so they've got right on track, and then they give the presentation to a judging council, and that council selects who's the best of the best.
And how long have you been with the VFW?
I've been an active member for 18 years. I've just been the post commander for 4 months, but great organization. Didn't know anything about what I'm telling you right now when I joined up, obviously. But since I've been a member, found out so much more about it and what it really has to contribute.
You want us to go on from there?
Well, one last question. Do you have, could you tell us a little about your time of service, where you served? And
Oh, okay. I was a late 1960s Vietnam era person. Was going to be drafted, so I did the high school to flight school routine. I joined the military and fortunately was able to attain the status of becoming a warrant officer helicopter pilot. Served one tour in Vietnam. It was a combat tour, obviously, and flew a multitude of helicopter missions from combat support to attack helicopters. After that, fortunately surviving it, wound up staying in and made the military a career for 26 years, of which I spent 18 in Germany and involved with the Cold War, continuing flying helicopters, and progressed up into helicopters and airplanes until I got up to the ripe old age of 45 and was time to retire. So that's what I did.
Great. Bill, did you have any questions? Or
Well, I could speak up a little bit for helicopters because I wouldn't be here except for a helicopter pilot who came and got me out of Vietnam and brought me to Da Nang, and then they flew me out of there home. So helicopters did a great service in the military, not only for offensive operations, but also for taking care of the wounded. When we got wounded people out in the field, it was really helpful to get on the radio and be able to call a helicopter and get the chopper to come in and take the wounded man out of the area and take him down to the hospital and take it care of. So helicopters are a great thing, and they're doing more and more all of the time. And a lot of it is offensive, but a lot of it is also, like you say, support units, and support units are critical to any operation, because then you don't have to try to hand carry a wounded person out of a battlefield area. It's really helpful to be able to put them on a chopper and say goodbye and go on. So I thank you for your service, and I thank you for your efforts with the VFW, and thank you for hosting this particular program. I think it's a good program. It gives veterans a chance to connect with each other and tell a lot of good war stories, and, well, maybe not good ones, but at least war stories.
Well, it's a pleasure to host it, and we hope we keep this going on for many years to come in the future.
we thank you very much for coming on, Betsy. Thank you for your service as well.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Turn here. On behalf of Bill Uren and myself, Jared Levinson, I'd like to thank you for watching this very special edition of VETS TV from the 5th Annual Talbot County Veterans Appreciation Day celebration. On behalf of Bill and I, we wish you a good day, and we thank you for watching VETS TV on MCTV TV 15 in Easton, Maryland. Thank you very much.